I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Flagler County is reminding residents of the governor's latest executive orders to suspend all vacation rentals, and you may want to reconsider some of your own travel plans. Tony Magoo has more.
Flagler County is following the order issued by Governor Ron DeSantis that vacation rentals are to suspend operations. Also, the order adds Louisiana to a list of states that have substantial community spread of COVID-19. This will require those entering Florida to self-quarantine for a period of 14 days. While vacation rental operations are suspended, the order does not include long-term rentals, hotels, motels, inns, resorts, timeshares, or non-transit public lodging facilities. The message to residents hasn't changed. Practice social distancing at all times. If you can stay at home, do it. It's the safest place for you to be. In compliance with the governor's previously issued health advisory, residents who are 65 years of age or older and those with pre-existing conditions are to stay home until at least April the 8th. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
They're not taking a break, unfortunately.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says crime is still happening during the COVID-19 outbreak. He tells WNZF they're getting 400 calls a day and making arrests when necessary. He says domestic disputes are on the rise.
So that's unfortunate. I guess the good news for that is they're calling us before they fight each other physically, so our domestic violence cases are still trending down. But when people get cooped up and then they start arguing, and because of anxiety and stress and fear, these arguments occur.
Staley says the Flagler County Jail continues to hold as many as 200 inmates a night, which has been steady for the last 10 months. Flagler Schools employees begin working remotely today. John Arking reports.
Flagler Schools Superintendent James Tager announced Friday the decision was what the school district needed to do as local health officials try to flatten the curve of novel coronavirus cases statewide. Tager told staff everyone is to work remotely and remain available during their normal work hours.
Our teachers are very eager to get cranked up. We've had a great couple of days of pre-planning, and most of them did that virtually through Zoom from their homes. And I think at the end of the day, with us having one-to-one devices, that our students will be a little bit better than they were as far as their learning and their access to technology. I believe our teachers will be better, our instructional staff, and of course we're using our parapros and everybody. And then also I think that parents being at home will have the opportunity to spend a little bit more time with their students and understanding the technology. And I think they'll also probably value our folks in the schools a little bit more when it's all said and done, too, and want to get the kids back.
Currently, just like every other school district in Florida, Flagler Schools has closed school campuses through April 15th under the recommendation of Governor Ron DeSantis and Education Commissioner Richard Corcoran. The decision to reopen school campuses will come at their direction. Meanwhile, the Food and Nutrition Services team will continue to serve meals to children 18 years of age and younger at their 4 school-based sites, as well as the community sites. Details on that can be found at flaglerschools.com. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
Why is there a tent next to Advent Health Hospital, Flagler?
Wally Diakino is the Chief Operating Officer at Advent Health Hospital in Flagler. He said that it's to separate patients with the coronavirus and those with other needs.
The purpose of that tent is really if we have a large influx. So we got to make sure that we have a place where we can separate patients that are coming in with upper respiratory issues and separate from the others that are showing up in our ER for other reasons.
Diakino said the tent helps to minimize the contamination. He said that the tent is there for the current patients, not for those who just show up.
It is not a drive-through test location. We want to make sure the community understands that they can't just show up and ask for a test in the tent, because that's not what's happening.
Diakino said that they set up the overflow tent and did drills with the fire department weeks ago so that they'd be ready to move the non-COVID-19 patients there if needed. To listen to the entire interview with Wally Diakino, download the Flagler Radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, the Chief Operating Officer talks about tests and test kits. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
If you're running out of toilet paper, the city of Palm Coast has you covered. Mayor Melissa Holland.
We are really trying to be proactive in getting our residents the toilet paper they need.
Holland says one of the big reasons they did this is because utility technicians have received more than 150 calls of clogged pipes because people are flushing paper towels and wipes.
It takes our utility technicians away from other things that they need to be doing day to day, and it puts an additional stress on the infrastructure.
If you need toilet paper, call City Hall at 986-2360. Coming up after Flagler's Morning News at 9 a.m., Congressman Mike Waltz will be on WNZF's special radio town hall to talk about the COVID-19 crisis. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.